Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today, we are looking at Burgle Brothers 2, The Casino Capers. From Fowers Games, it plays 1 to 4 players and plays in 60 minutes. What it's about: Burgle Bros 2 is a sequel, obviously, to Burgle Bros, a cooperative game in which you play as elite criminals, this time trying to crack a safe in a casino, and then fulfill one of 9 endgame scenario objectives to pull off a heist. Now, each round, players will take 4 actions in a randomly set up 2-floor casino, peeking or moving into rooms that trigger special events, prepping and using special powers, finding the combination to the safe, and then cracking the safe to unlock the final objective. Now, at the end of each round, the bouncer on that player's floor will patrol the floor, giving players heat if the bouncer sees them. Now, the game ends when the players pull off the heist successfully, or one player gains 6 heat and gets caught. What I like: Burgle Bros 2 keeps the core of what made the original such a good time, figuring out the pathways to dodge the bouncers and the negative room effects, and that makes for an interesting movement puzzle. And because the layout of the casino is randomized each time, including how you decide to set up the walls, the games do play out quite differently. And the game also streamlines some of the elements of the original, such as making the bouncers move in a much more simplified manner that requires a lot less tracking and makes those portions of the turn go by much more quickly. And it also adds some interesting new twists, particularly with the mini campaign that unlocks new abilities for the Burgle Bros, and the variable game objectives at the end, which mean that you have more to do than just repeatedly open a safe and get out, which keeps the game feeling different. And the aesthetics are great, from the always wonderful mod-style art from Ryan Goldsberry to turning the box into 2-layered board with playmats that look like terrible casino carpeting. Now, points to consider: though the game does simplify a lot of the original's mechanics, some come at a cost, including smaller room variety. So you now have these randomized tokens in the rooms, and of the ones with penalties, half of them penalize you for entering without peeking, and half of them penalize you for peeking without entering, which makes a lot of those penalties seem like a toss-up that you can't do much about, which can feel frustrating and punishing. Then the player's special abilities now have finite uses in spite of having greater variety, which means that once you use them up, each player character will basically play the same. And because all the information is out in the open, this is a game that can lead to an alpha player telling everyone else what to do if you're not careful, as happens in many cooperative games. And as cool as looking as the 2-floor setup is, it actually does kind of make the bottom floor of the casino hard to see, but luckily setting it up this way is optional. So in summary, it's a cooperative heist game that retains much of the original's charm, with streamlining that comes with some significant concessions. The variable and scenario objectives and randomized board keep the game fresh, even though the open information does invite alpha players, and the game retains a great aesthetic even if it can get in the way of seeing the board. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel.